Celebrating greatness in a grand style. Excellence. Eminence. Transcendency. Rapid 96.5 FM Personality of the Year Awards. Rapoy. Celebrating greatness in a grand style. Excellence. Eminence. Transcendency. Rapid 96.5 FM Personality of the Year Awards. Rapoy. Celebrating greatness in a grand style. Excellence. Eminence. Transcendency. Rapid 96.5 FM Personality of the Year Awards. Rapoy. Celebrating greatness in a grand style. Excellence. Eminence. Transcendency. Rapid 96.5 FM Personality of the Year Awards. Rapoy. Celebrating greatness in a grand style.
I remember some time ago, and someone had to ask me a question, and that was about an eagle. And he asked me, "How many times have you seen an eagle this year?" And I was startled because I tried fixing that. I asked myself, how many times I was like, Ezra, how many times have you seen an eagle this year? When I looked at it all, I realized that throughout that particular year that I hadn't seen any eagle. That's because you don't just see eagles anywhere. And eagles are not chicks. They are not like any other bird. Eagles are just what they are. In case you want to know, maybe you might, you have the permission to go surf to get to find out the characteristics of an eagle. Because the eagle have landed, and in the studio it's an eagle, an enigma, someone who has made impact in different phases of life. And I can also tell you, you know very well that we would be remembered for two things in life: either for the problems you caused or for the ones you solved. And when it comes to Rapoy, talking about Rapid Personality of the Year Award, we reach out to those who are trailblazers, who are really making impact in our world. So I welcome you again to the second segment. I call it, that's the part 2 of Rapoy, talking about the Rapid Personality of the Year Award. And this year is the 3rd edition. And a few minutes ago, we were here to recognize 2 awardees, and right about now I am in the studio with an eagle, and as a matter of fact, a man who is doing what so many people are not doing. And I tell you, that's when you talk about a trailblazer, when you talk about a man who decided to carve a niche for himself in an area that most people would not ordinarily want to, explore. And talking about this, I welcome you. My name is Ike Esquire, and once again, I have in the studio with me the marketing manager of Rapid Broadcasting Network, Mr. Buchi Omunna. Good to have you.
Thank you very much. It's now a pleasure always to be here to celebrate great personalities, great men that have, carved a niche for themselves, distinguished themselves, in very special way, caring for others, living for others. Somebody said, a pastor of mine, a friend of mine who is a pastor said, always learn to make a giving and not to make a living.
Always live. Try as much as you can to make a giving, not a living. You see, I think I'll add it. Don't exist, live.
Sure.
Okay, because that's how it is. You know, we are not known, recognized. It's a life is not in the abundance of possession.
What you have.
Yeah, but your donation.
Yeah, of course, what you
and
give.
that is it. So we have someone in the studio who is donating and every day still donating.
Sure.
Most times, this profession or this area, it's not a profession. This area of vision is basically, you can only find these things abroad. That's where you see these things happen. But you see someone who is doing it here and doing well. So this afternoon, we have in our studio the personality of the year, Awadi Champion of Humanitarian Service and Social Impact Award, is going to this personality. Don't worry, you will get to hear that.
Eminence. Transcendency. Rapid 96.5 FM Personality of the Year Awards. Rapoy. Celebrating greatness in a grand style. Excellence. Celebrate.
Mazimaka Austin Oti is a distinguished gerontologist, social worker, and behavioral science specialist with over 30 years of experience in the United States and Nigeria. He holds a strong educational background, including studies in sociology, gerontology, and geriatric case management. Maziwaka is licensed as a social worker, marriage and family therapist, and mental health professional in the USA. He is also a certified gerontologist and a case manager for the aged and disabled. Professionally, Maziwaka has extensive experience in long-term healthcare services, caregiving, human resources, and team building. He has worked collaboratively with interdisciplinary teams to provide clinical care for the elderly and has demonstrated expertise in administering facility operations, implementing regulations, and ensuring compliance with legal guidelines. Maziwaka is actively involved in promoting the welfare of senior citizens in Abia State and Nigeria at large. He is the co-chair and facilitator of the NSCC, Abia State Stakeholders Consultative Forum on Aging, the president of the Abia State Senior Citizens Multipurpose Society Limited, and the founder and convener, Senior Citizens Alliance for Alex Oti. Notably, he played a key role in domesticating the NSCC Policy and Act 2017 in Abia State that gave birth to Abia State Senior Citizens Center Law Number 5 of 2025, which was signed into law in 2025. He is the founder and CEO of Passionate Elderly Care Initiative, including above and beyond home health care services in Nigeria and the USA. Maziwaka has a strong professional network with the government and citizens of Abia State. He has attended various capacity building training courses organized by National Senior Citizens Center. He is currently holding an honorary doctorate in transformative leadership, social welfare and community development, and also pursuing another doctorate degree in anthropology. With his vast experience and expertise, Maziwaka continues to make significant contributions to the field of politics, gerontology, and social work. His key strength lies in his ability to develop and sustain positive relationships with government agencies, service providers, and community groups by attending meetings, serving on committees, and holding positions that allow advocacy for clients and policy development. He is very good in managing departmental budgets, payroll, administers grant funding, and compliance reporting. He also compiles statistical data, files mandatory reports, and researches grant opportunities. He is responsible for recruiting, hiring, training, supervision of staff and independent contractors, volunteers, friendly visitor program, and senior tax work-off programs. He also develops procedures and policies to ensure smooth operations of departments and to maintain compliance with departments, LGAs, including state and federal regulations. He has provided daily care and support to aged and disabled clients. His agencies take care of fragile medical children, and they provide care to individuals with severe mental and physical disabilities, either in their homes or independence living programs.
Okay, so when I mentioned that an eagle is in the house, now you know why I said that. And because it takes an eagle to... an eagle is distinct. You don't just find eagles at anywhere because they go very high and try to achieve what other birds can't even try. And that is it. I'm still wondering if you were looking at the eagle, as I'm looking at him, I'm wondering, what is he still doing with PhD anthropology at this time of his life? What is he still pursuing? Because I am wondering, but you can see, it takes an eagle at maybe in your 60s and all that to still want to continue to pursue anthropology. What are you trying to anthropologize? But that is the situation of things. That is the eagle that is in the house. A man who is ever achieving, a man who is a trailblazer, ever making progress and looking for ways to navigate himself to the top. And that's what eagles do. Ladies and gentlemen, listeners, I don't know, but suffice me as I recognize and welcome to Rapoy 2025, Mazi Dr. Waka Austin Oti, founder, CEO, Passionate Elderly Care Initiative and Above and Beyond Home Health Care Services, Nigeria, USA, where we call diaspora. That's where he's coming from. Good to see you, sir. You're welcome to Rapoy 2025.
Thank you very much. May God bless you.
And I don't know where to start though, because I just want to ask you, why the elderly?
I say a very big thank you to Ndabie and my colleagues here present and the owners of the studio. Well, the elderly stuff is just not how it started.
Okay.
It's something that passion and the maybe upbringing brought about, starting right from my mother when she was still healthy and when she was alive. I personally learned care from her because she normally sent us errands to people who were really not capable of taking care of themselves. And when she got sick herself, she get to stay with me for a long time and before she passed on. So it was something that I inherited from her. And later I went abroad and studied gerontology. But then I didn't know there was a course called gerontology or social work or something. But being abroad exposed me to that area of profession and I just got into it, being that is something that I grew up with.
Okay, so can you tell, because it's of a truth, so many people who are listening right now, this is the first time of them hearing, they say, what, look like gerontology. So please, can you explain, because we don't know gerontology. And now, can you tell us, what is the course all about? And we know this is coming from your mom, so the vision was ignited by this passion was based on your relationship, your interactions, your affinity with your mom. Now, gerontology. Now, how did you end up there, and what do you do? What are you doing with gerontology?
I'm not surprised. A lot of people in Nigeria don't even know what gerontology is all about. It's a professional course, the care and well-being of senior citizens. People are trained to do it as a profession. You are trained to monitor them. You are trained to identify services they need. You are trained to connect them to the services, and you are trained to make sure that their well-being is okay day to day. You know, they function normally and independently. That's gerontology for you. Okay, just like geriatric. A pediatrician takes care of little children. The gerontologist takes care of elderly persons, and the geriatrics prescribes the medication they take.
Okay, now, how has it been with you? How has it been with you over the years? And I'm just imagining leaving United States of America and then coming back to Nigeria, and where we are not used to this thing about caring for the elderly, and then you are exploring that sector. How has the experience been for you? Because we are good in keeping our parents in our homes. Now you are starting something different. So how is it working?
It has really not been easy.
Okay.
It's really not been easy. But I thank God we have a team that really worked together and started talking about care of elderly persons, senior citizens in Nigeria. By 2017, when I came into the country, Buhari was able to sign it into law as a policy and an act. So by 2021 or 22, I was dispatched to Abia to start the Abia State faction. But unfortunately, the government that was then didn't really pay attention to it because of this problem of not understanding what it means to take care of senior citizens. Because in our culture, everything boils down to your family. As I have now, I take care of my family, take care of my elderly persons. They didn't know that this is a profession. There is a care that really people that are not even connected to you could be trained to provide for you. So we started talking about it, but luckily this government came in. Dr. Lektosi Oti approved it. They submitted it later to the Attorney General. We drafted the bill and started following it up until we have Abia State Senior Citizen Center as a law in Abia State.
Yeah.
So what we're working right now on is to get the policy, because without the policy, the law cannot work. So we are getting a policy to make sure that the group homes, the nursing homes, the trainees, the professionals, they all have guidelines and quality assurance and quality improvement and standard on how they can operate it. So it's still it's something we're working on now. The man sitting next to me is the focal person for Umunoji local government. So you see, we have expanded our scope. While the local government will have focal persons trying to sensitize people, trying to let them understand the need for the care for senior citizens, and setting up agencies that will be able to do that, like the Passionate Elderly Care Initiative, the Above and Beyond Home Health Care Services, where you could take care of somebody in his own home while the children goes abroad or stays at work or does something else. So that's what it's been, but it's really not been easy.
I know it wouldn't be easy, because I know I heard about it before I had my way into Abia State. I knew about the bill. At the time, I started asking myself, what's that bill? Is it not working? But I'm happy right now. I think in one of the medical centers, we have a program here, Health Clinic. I think I listened to one of the doctors say something about one of the medical centers that they have a section where they take care of the elderly. They have a facility in there where the elderly can stay. I know it's not easy. Even all these people in UK and all that who were doing the caregivers and all that. I know it's not easy to handle that. Now, I was going to ask, how has it been? But you've been able to break it down that it's still a work in progress. Now, how are the people seeing this? Are they accepting this? Are they embracing that particular initiative, or is it still more something very strange to them? Because we are not akin to that kind of initiative here in this part of the world.
No, the thing is that we are very lucky in Abia State. The citizens they're embracing it. They are beginning to understand it. The FMC is doing a very good job. Madonna Hospital is doing a very good job. These are facilities that are already operating geriatric cares and stuff like that, So individuals are calling for services. They call for trainings, and most of them come for certification. Some of them are really rendering services in the communities, and the communities now begin to see the importance of caregiving, So it's really gaining grounds, but we just need a policy that will just make it more practical, so that everybody will know that yes, we are working as a home health care service agency, or we're working as a care provider. So that's exactly where we are. The only thing that is left now.
Okay, now can you tell us about your own outfit?
Yeah, my own outfit. I have two outfits. I have the Passionate Elderly Care Initiative
on Above and Beyond Home Care.
Yes, the Passionate Elderly Care Initiative is an NGO that has been offering free services to people. Some individuals donate to us, so we render care for the senior citizens at home. Those are some of them are homebound, that nobody takes care of them. When we identify them, we try to find resources to be able to take care of them. Then Above and Beyond is the payment area. If Above and Beyond comes to you, or the hospitals refer to Above and Beyond, we'll come there, do the assessment, and be able to develop a care plan, and then put some staff there to work for you. And we have a bill for that, So though it doesn't come quite often, whenever it comes. So we are begging the government to finalize on the policy, and then begin to know which area they can subsidize, so that it will be easier for the poor people to be able to get those services. For now, it's just like it's for the rich, and we don't feel too comfortable. It's only the rich that benefit from it, So that's where we are.
Okay, someone once asked someone somewhere a question, and he asked, he said, Honorable, how are you bankrolled? And the Honorable in Cross River then got very angry that the journalist asked that kind of question. When you were saying something about the Passionate Elderly Care Initiative, I know that's more like your pets, your baby. Yeah, your baby, and it's more like your NGO that doesn't get, you finance it. Exactly. So I'm like, how do you handle the burden of giving back to the people? And then you need to rely on the Above and Beyond healthcare, maybe service. I don't know, where it's basically people have to contract. And then how do you do it? And you have staff, you have other bills to pay. Do you have other NGOs that supports you? Because I think it's very, very important. I'm wondering, what you are doing, Doc, I am surprised, because over here it's not easy now, but you are exploring it, and the government, they've not even come in fully. Now, how are you doing this and then giving back to the society, making so much impact?
Presently, it's not been easy, especially asking somebody to donate money into areas where they are not even informed or know what it's all about. It's not been easy, but we really have very passionate people and compassionate people who really sees the need. Even on their own basis, in their own little way, they still do the donations to the people there on their own. So we call them around, like some of the names you mentioned here when you were having interviews with them. Some of them donate for us. They donate to us, a lot of persons. So we write letters. If you want, I can mention their names. We'll write letters to them, tell them we have identified Mrs. B or Mr. A, and she or he needs this, that. Could you afford, even if it's used clothes or food or meal or something? What can you do? So we get donations from meal for those who can donate. We get at times some cash donations too to be able to do their daily upkeeps and pay the staff members that goes there to do it. So on the international grounds, being that some people abuse the privilege of NGOs in this country, so it has really been too difficult to attract the NGO side. But I know with the government of Abia State, once the policies are out now, and we have a law to present to them with a policy on how we approach, we can be able to get funds from outside the country, these international donors, because they now know it's a government project, so they will really support us. But for now, being that we are individual and private agencies, it's kind of really tough a little bit to do that. But on charity grounds, people still make donations. I remember something about COVID-19. 2019, that was COVID-19, right?
Yeah, 19, yeah.
Do you know that the statistics we have in my local government, we lost more younger people to COVID-19 than elderly persons? How did that happen? Because we were visiting these elderly persons at home, teaching them how to use the hygiene, try to keep them, try to encourage them to stay. Because most of them, their families couldn't even travel from where they were to come home. So these old people were just like abandoned, So, and the state government then was not even giving us anything. Then a bag of rice we didn't get from them. Used clothes we didn't get from them. But individuals from that community, some donated 20,000, some 10,000, some 5,000. For 6 months we did that. And when we took the statistics of people we met alive and those that were gone, we lost close to almost 20% out of the whole local government. Can you imagine the number of deaths that happened during the number of persons we lost during the COVID-19? Out of the people we saw and cared for, we lost only 20%.
Wow.
That's great.
I'm telling you. I was thinking it is something the government then, though after some time they left, I was thinking it's something they will embrace. How did you do this? But unfortunately, none of them cared, none of them asked her. So that was it. And the family members now learned how to be able to take care of these people. And some of those patients, our senior citizens, they are still under our care till today, even if we don't have much to give to them.
Okay, go ahead.
I said, that's great. No,
Yeah, I was going to ask you, because while you were talking, I was looking at the expression of your face and the fact that you, I know it's really been very, very strenuous on you trying to uphold. So I want to know, how do you stay motivated? Despite all the difficult moments, how do you? Because from everything you've said, the international donor organizations, they have to do a lot of investigation, perusal, and coming from your background, you are from the diaspora now, I don't know. How do you relax? How do you stay? You still stay relaxed, and in time of challenges, in what you're doing, what keeps you motivated in difficult moments?
One thing about caregiving and the professional humanitarian, it's very stressful, but you must find a way to make yourself happy. You must find a way to develop coping skills, and that's what keeps us going. Because just like we're here today, this is a good coping skills.
Yeah.
You talk about it and laugh and make some fun. Maybe in the evening you go find somebody and talk with and play, do some games, and belong to associations where you have time to interact. So it's really not been easy, but we are pushing, we're really pushing, man.
Now, what lessons have you learned, in all this, over the years, doing this in Nigeria since 2017?
Yes, it's been a very good learning opportunity and a very good learning institution too, because from where I'm coming from, it's really not this way. But bringing this thing new and trying to introduce it and trying to let people buy into it, that's another stress of its own. And when the funding is not there for you to take care of the next call that calls you that the woman doesn't have a diaper or doesn't have anything, that becomes another problem. So it's emotionally draining, you know. But I thank God that our support system is not that much. But my children at times, when they send money to me or when I get my 401k money, it doesn't go into, I don't use it just for me, because I use it to care for people that really need this. Like somebody will call you now, my mama's diaper is finished, and this adult diaper is not that cheap. You must imagine the woman staying without something keeping her dry, and you have like 20,000 in your pocket. You must find a way to spend like 10,000 or so. It's not money anybody paying to you, you know, giving you back or what, you know. So, but our help, as we stand speaking to you now, if the government can weigh into this, the bill has been passed, we need the policy. The government can do this. They have insurance for senior citizens, but I don't think that insurance covers some of these their materials, what we call adult daily living.
Essential.
Basic things they need.
Essentials.
You know, I don't think it covers it. It's when the policy comes out, we'll be able to demonstrate, to put it there so that some of these things will be covered, because that's what they need. They need it, they need their daily activities, they need things to do, they need to keep themselves busy. You know, it's not what a family can take care of. That's why most of them abandon their senior citizens and zoom to somewhere and then maybe call mama once in a while. You know, but we're here to say that is not right. We're here to fill that gap, to bridge it, to make sure that all the senior citizens who paid very well, who did well during their time, to the government, because the government were in today, and if not for the senior citizens, I wonder how it will. You know, because they played a very big role. So this is the time we pay them back. So the government must do everything possible to make sure that these people, it's not pension money. We're not talking about pension. We're not talking about gratuity. There are some people who never worked.
Of course,
there are some old men and women who never had a job, who never for one day knew what government is talking about. But those people I need. We need to take care of them. Thank God for our governor. He's a listening governor. The wife is a listening woman. So that's the only blessing they have in Abia. If not, the former government did not even do nothing. Rather, they were making money, budgeting money for the senior citizens, but it never got to them.
All right. You know, I had to just calm down and allow you just because while you were saying, I said to myself, you know, some people might be wondering, but I had to allow you express, because the people that nominated you, for them to have, I just needed them to appreciate themselves, because you were nominated for having a good heart. For you decided to blaze trail in an area where other people dodged. And even when you didn't get the proper support from the government, you continued, even from the money from your own living, from what you would have used to take care of yourself, sent to you by your children, you use it to take care of other people. That is what we call, I mean, that deserves a national award.
Sure.
And we will go on this very short break and just relax. When we come back, more on Rapoy.
Rapoy. Celebrating greatness in a grand style. Excellence. Eminence. Transcendency. Rapid 96.5 FM Personality of the Year Awards. Rapoy. Celebrating greatness in a grand style. Excellence. Eminence. Transcendency. Rapid 96.5 FM Personality of the Year Awards. Rapoy. Celebrating greatness in a grand style. Excellence. Eminence. Transcendency. Rapid 96.5 FM Personality of the Year Awards. Rapoy. Celebrating greatness in a grand style. Excellence. Eminence. Transcendency. Rapid 96.5 FM Personality of the Year Awards. Rapoy.
All right, you're welcome back to the studios of Rapid 96.5 FM. And just to let you know that we're still live on Rapoy, talking about Rapid Personality of the Year Award. We've been having interaction with a man, I can tell you, who is doing well when it comes to social impact in the society, and a lot of things to be remembered for in this world. Right about now, I think I have to come to you, come to the marketing manager. You've listened to Mazi say a lot of things, and I think another thing that is it's calm demeanor. The way he tries to. It's America didn't leave him, even though he left America. But so, what do you have to say about him?
You know, sometimes when I listened to his citation. When he first sent his citation to me, I read his citation. I said, wow, you know, in this climb, in our climb here, what he's doing is more or less like a non-profit, what you call non-profit. It's not driven by profit. It's not driven by how much you make. You understand? Rather, you can even put your own money, spend your own money, your own time, your own energy, you know, to care. Caring for the elderly is not easy. It's not. It's not something. You know. So over there in the western climb, that is where it is popular. People make a whole lot of people become even billionaires doing that. You know, make a lot of money. But he brought that concept here in Nigeria, here where much people don't even, you know, people don't. The elderly people look at them as dead woods. But he's a man that. So it takes a very large heart. It takes patience. It takes endurance. It takes resilience for him to be able to do this. And I wonder, and it's quite commendable that he's delved into. And I wouldn't know. I want to ask him what motivated him, what inspired him. You know, which he has even said much earlier that the mom was into caregiving. You know, maybe those days in a very crude way, kind of not modified or refined the way he does it now. You know, and that was kind of what inspired and motivated him to do that. And he's keeping the spirit, you know, going. I want to say personally, thank you so much for even, you know, doing what you're doing.
Okay, you know, in addition to that, as you also, I was going to ask you too. Do you have responses in times of staff strength? Do you have people who show interest to work with the organization in the area of helping these people, knowing fully well that somehow that maybe there's not much money there, but how do we have people who are passionate, who have vision, who are ready, you know, through thick and thin to support you in what you are doing, working with you?
Yeah, I may say yes. Our younger people are beginning to develop interest. There are a lot of them called to see if their services are available. Families called to see if they have staffing that could take care of their parents. At least last week I received like 2 calls. That shows that people are beginning to understand. Some of them will even call to see whether we can train them and give them certificates. They want to jackpot, they want to. I told them no. Yeah, we can give you certificate, you work for us. If you later have any opportunity to travel, the doors are open. If they call us for reference, we do reference for you, but you get to work for us first. So we are Nigerian focused and Abia focused to make sure that if we train you, you'll be able to work here for a little while before you get more experience to be able to face international challenges, So people are beginning to respond, but I'm sure by the time we go outright, like have advocacy, outreach programs, which is not easy to do except the government steps into it. We can work. We are presently working with poverty alleviation, and they are doing very, very well. Thank God to the kind of commissioner they have there. She's a very listening lady. She knows what it takes. But she stays abroad too, so she understands.
Yeah.
So it makes it very easier. It would have been very difficult if you work with somebody who doesn't even know what.
Who doesn't have any exposure,
So she's doing a very great job for us. We do our in the iPod International Day for Senior Citizens all over the world. We celebrate it here in Abia. We do Elderly Abuse Day. We celebrate it here in Abia. At least for the past 2 years, we have celebrated it here in Abia, except for this year, which I don't know why we didn't celebrate it. Though we submitted the application and be budget, everything, but somehow along the line it didn't happen. But other things, the government is really cooperating with us. They pay our office rent. They make sure we are doing okay. We attend all the trainings and everything that is happening in the state. We are part of it. So I think we are doing well. We just need that policy to be in place. Once we get that policy, I tell you that we have achieved everything.
Okay. Now, is it possible to have something like bill for the against the violence against elderly people?
Yes, there's a very, very strong bill. There's a hot number here. Like we have NAPTIP. Anything that has to do with abuse of senior citizens, you call the NAPTIP. And by the time we are fully settled, why we may say NAPTIP might not really be, but NAPTIP is there to answer the calls. Once we have a policy, there will be a hotline for Abia State indigents. If you insult any senior citizen, they bring a video or they bring something, the law must take care of you. So we need all those.
Who is holding this policy? Who is holding it from coming to light?
The bill is there, the law is there. The policy now has to do with the poverty alleviation and the government. If poverty alleviation presents the need for it to the government and the governor authorizes it, they will set up a technical committee that will draft the bill, the policy. Once they draft it, they pass through the national, we submit it to the national will approve it because we have the national policy. But it cannot work in Abia because Abia State get to develop their own policy to complement that of the federal government. So I think that is just what is holding. I'm sure when they hear us on radio, they will.
Okay. Now, is there? You have a facility do you have a facility that houses the elderly?
No, for now, but it's in our program.
Okay, it's in the program. Because I know most people would be, some who are listening, a lot of them would be interested. I know I've come across people that would say, if I have a place where I can send my father to or send my mother to. As a matter of fact, I would say that my father died of loneliness.
A kind of old people's home, right?
Yeah, yes, my father died of loneliness because he was in his 90s. He just died some weeks ago, and he was always alone. Because I lost my mom last year, and it was just the two of them. So they have, even if you have someone that comes to take care of them, when you have people to interact with, maybe your age mates, people you can still go around because it's not easy. You can still move around. Most times when he considered going from upstairs, coming down, and all that. So you just want to allow him to be watching TV every time he's on television. He eats, relax, nothing. Most times. So loneliness. He said, no, it's not just working for him.
Let me tell you something that is very good in this our program. By the time we age, from 60 years and above, you have started losing the bearings. Except God is just on your side. When we put a program for companion care, assisted living, adult day program. We avoid isolation and exploitation. All these are embodiment of this policy we are talking about. Your father couldn't have been lonely if we had something like a companion care, or if we have something like assisted living in place. Somebody, because he was overqualified to get somebody to live with him in the house. But because it is not there, maybe you were not aware. But it just happened, But by the time this policy is in place and people begin to understand the need and the value of what they have, I'm telling you, everybody will look upon getting old. But now people are afraid of getting old because when you get too old, you don't even know where to start from. In abroad, you are proud to say, look, I'm old. Because all the facilities are there for you. If you cannot stay in your home, you go to the group home. If you cannot stay in the group home, you go to the nursing home, depending on your medical condition. If you if you want somebody to come at home, the care services comes to your house. So you have a family out of your own
biological family.
Yes, that is what, so that somebody wouldn't just die of isolation,
loneliness,
abandonment, loneliness, and stuff like that.
Yeah, when we go, most times you have just someone who comes in the morning, maybe makes the food, takes care of everything, and the person you have another work somewhere. When you're done, you leave, and then maybe later in the afternoon you have to come back to know if he has eaten, because now you are not taking care of someone who is bedridden, because he moves around, he takes care of himself, but you need to cook for him, you need to go, maybe in the evening you come back again, but that period he's used to talking to people. You understand?
We have a living program.
Yeah, he's used to interacting, but at this time you are not. You only interact with them when they come in, so it can also be a major challenge. So you were saying something about
somebody we need to, when somebody gets to that 90, 80 something and doesn't have nobody around, we support the person to have a living program. Somebody lives with you in the house. That's just like a family member or somebody, the staff that is hired. You have a living, somebody who lives there and does everything you need, So people, that's why at times most persons are very selective in who they want to live with them. But when they bring like 4 or 5 different type of staff members, you must like one person you can stay with and live with and be able to take care of you.
Wow, you're really doing so much. It's you have entirely bought over a lot. The reason I say that, it's everything you've said it's entirely commendable, because you entered an area, and these things you mentioned are the reasons you were actually nominated for Champion of Humanitarian Service and Social Impact Award. Now, some people might want to reach out to your organization. I don't know. Do you have a place where, if I want to come for maybe something like to consult for your to consult, to be helped? I have a parent, I have someone, or maybe someone that will even want to come and partner with you. Maybe I know some churches, some organizations, they have what they have for social services, like maybe percentage of maybe their income. Now, what you are doing is worthy of note. For if I stay here and say of a truth, your organization needs more, because I don't really think like you said, they need a support, because I don't really know if we really have bodies, if we really have such initiatives scattered. I think I'm hearing this somehow for the first time, that this sort of initiative is here. So I don't know, can people reach out? How can people reach out to your organization?
Yeah, we have an office, number 11 Lower Nosike Street, here in Umuahia, Far Umuahia, just by the side of Golden Guinea. And our phone number is 081 037 29565.
Okay, Law
Anosike Street.
Law Anosike Street. And so if you just enter, maybe just get there, Law Anosike Street, you ask of a compassionate elderly care initiative and above and beyond home health care services. Whatever you can do, because that's the reason we're here. He's really doing a lot. And if he's been recognized today and his organization because of the much they are doing, and I imagine when they have more resources, how much they can also go, because that means there is much they will achieve so much. You came with someone, you say coordinator for Ugunabo, so
Focal person.
the focal person for Ugunabo. Sir, can you Umunochi? Yes, Umunochi is towards Okigwe area. Yes, I remember. Okay, can you come closer to the mics and then introduce yourself and tell us this area, what pushed you there? How did you end up becoming a focal person there?
Well, while I was there, I saw the interest. Somebody introduced me for that senior citizen center. And when I came in there, I learned a lot of things. And that is why I went down to Umunochi and organized some people. And all of them, they are there now. And they have some of the good rapport, good health care, all these other, like most of them, they benefit some of the things. Like when we went out for seek for all these local people, people who cannot come out, we went to Umunochi. And that time we have about 2023 when we had our last party with the elderly. Then they give a wheelchair. We carry the wheelchair to those who cannot come out. We donated from the Mrs. Choma Oti, Her Excellency. Yes, he donated the wheelchair there. We carry it to Umunochi. And some of them, unlike other areas, they benefited.
The whole local government.
The whole local government, they benefited. And so those who cannot come, we carry some of their gift to their homes and deliver it.
Okay, that's a good one. So can you help us here? Just tell us your name.
Yes.
So many people might want to know.
Yes.
Yeah.
My name is Ichie Danume. I was awarded Ambassador of Peace. JP.
Thank you. Okay, Mazi, before we go, how do you relax? You know, looking at everything, you know, all the hustling and bustling and dealing with this kind of initiative. Do you even find time to relax?
Yeah, I'm very relaxed now. Looking at me, you know, I'm relaxed. I'm very relaxed.
Yeah, because you need to be relaxed to tell them that they need to learn how to relax.
Because from me, when I come to do an assessment or talk to you, you know, you look at me, you know that I'm dealing with all the problems. I'm still who I am, you know. If I tell you my age, you'll be so surprised. You know, I'm so relaxed and very...
That's why I'm worried about the PhD.
No, you see, the aspect of aging is that anytime if you begin to age, you do more reading, you do more of social connection.
Yeah,
it helps the brain. Yes, you know, like I'm preparing for that anthropologist, not because I just want to, because I want to do it.
Yeah,
you know, and it's been running for the past 2-3 years. I've been doing it, you know. So just to do the classes, and, you know, do all kind of stuff. So we encourage it. Even those who want to go back to university, if they can do it, let them go back.
Of course, sure.
You know, we encourage it. So don't just say I'm retired for that reason. You lock yourself up. No. Life continues after retirement.
Yeah, sure.
You are tired. You are retired, but you are not.
That's
so is it an online or physical online or on-site training?
Yeah, I do online.
Okay, online.
Sure. When I go back to US, I go to the classes.
Okay, that's great.
Okay, so this is what it. You know, the fact about it is that this is a special segment for me. You know, this interaction with you, because it's not just the normal kind of interaction. Because this comes from it's a human angle kind of thing.
Yeah, sure.
It's emotional for me too, and that's why we are very happy that you were nominated for this award, because not everyone can really do this. Trying to save the elderly. We've seen situations where we've seen a lot of them abandoned, that most people you see, most elderly people we see on the streets, we will see around, most of them are not mad. They're not, they were just abandoned, and they felt like, okay, they had to just go. And most people have died before their time because of this. So we have people, they want to interact with you. So we open up the phone lines and get to interact with them. Hello, good afternoon to you. You're welcome. Hello. Yeah, hello, good afternoon.
Afternoon. People are not on able program this afternoon.
Okay, thank you so much. That is why the problem I have. The problem is that this is Rapoy. And when you call in, I say, in case you were listening, you should have been following. And then you now know the right thing to do. Thank you so much for calling. I don't want to call your name, but I think I know that voice and the name. But at the same time, we still have here with us Mazi Dr. Waka Austin OT, the founder stroke CEO, Passionate Elderly Care Initiative and Above and Beyond Home Health Care Services, and he will be receiving the award Champion of Humanitarian Service and Social Impact. So you listened to him, and all this. I mean, this amazing achievement. So I will open up the phone lines. We get to interact with him in a few minutes before we call it. We present the award to our awardee. So feel free to call us 091 60,000 965. Let's get to congratulate him and also encourage him, because he's doing what many of us cannot do. I know that maybe someone like me, I might not be able to do. I remember when my mom was sick, and they would tell me to go and do this, clean that place, do this. Me, I'll be running away, I'll be hiding. Even as an adult, some people are doing it. Can you imagine? We need to give them a word. Hello, good evening to you.
Good evening.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah, I want to say evening to the doctor.
Good evening, sir.
I've been listening to him all the while. All what we have been doing is very, very important. I'm thanking him for his good work. God will give him more strength to continue doing his job and doing it well. The blessing will come from God. Let him continue. My name is Adelechi. I'm calling from Amigo in the Sukwat.
All right, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, thank you. Maybe we can take a few more calls. 091 60,000 965 091 60 333 965. Okay, but as we wait for the calls to come, I know that the marketing manager, Buchu Buda, I guess you still have more to say.
My heart goes out to Mazi Austin OT Waka for everything, this is a very rare area where not many people will find appetizing to go into.
Okay, let's appetize this call, then you will continue. Hello, good evening to you.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, hello, good evening, you're welcome. Okay, sorry, continue.
So what he's doing, the area he has delved into is an area where not many people will find interesting or very appealing to go into. Taking care of, caring for the elderly. It's quite something. It's something to commend him for. For doing all this with his whole heart, even at his age. It's something to. He's indeed worthy to be appreciated and celebrated.
Yes, he's indeed worthy to be appreciated, and that is why he was nominated for this very auspicious award. And right about now, it's time to present this award of honor to Mazi Waka Austin OT, the founder and CEO, Passionate Elderly Care Initiative and Above and Beyond Home Health Care Services, Nigeria and USA. It's my great pleasure to welcome the marketing manager of Broadcasting, Rapid Broadcasting Network, Buchi Obonaya, for the presentation of the award to the recipient.
Mazi Austin, OT Waka, PhD. You have carved a niche for yourself. You have done so well in the society in the area of humanitarian services and care for the elderly. I mean, you have done greatly, and that is why today we are appreciating you, we are celebrating you, we are honoring you with this highly prestigious award of Rabi Personality of the Year 2025, an honor giving you the prestigious award of Champion of Humanitarian Service and Social Impact Award. Congratulations.
Excellence. Eminence. Transcendency. Rapid 96.5 FM Personality of the Year Awards. Rapoy. Celebrating greatness in a grand style. Excellence. Eminence. Transcendency. Rapid 96.5 FM Personality of the Year Awards. Rapoy. Celebrating greatness in a grand style. Excellence. Eminence. Transcendency. Rapid 96.5 FM Personality of the Year Awards. Rapoy. Celebrating greatness in a grand style. Excellence. Eminence. Transcendency. Rapid 96.5 FM Personality of the Year Awards. Rapoy. Celebrating greatness in a grand style. Excellence. Eminence. Transcendency. Rapid 96.5 FM Personality of the Year Awards. Rapoy. Celebrating greatness in a grand style. Excellence. Eminence. Transcendency. Rapid 96.5 FM Personality of the Year Awards. Rapoy. Celebrating greatness in a grand style. greatness in a grand style. Rapid 96.5 FM Personality of the Year Awards, Rapoy. Celebrating greatness in a grand style. Excellence. Eminence. Transcendency. Rapid 96.5 FM Personality of the Year Awards, Rapoy.